Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another episode of Cop-Outs of Anfield. Good to see you all. Thanks for tuning in. First things first, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate as much support as possible. Please subscribe. There's a link in the video description for you to subscribe, as we're trying to really push this channel and the content that we're doing. So the content that I've made my debut on essentially was what made me support LFC, or what LFC means to me, and also what does You Never Walk Alone mean to you as well. So please obviously get in touch with us, send us your videos, we'll put you on. It'd be good for us to have an interaction with you, and you can tell us your story, tell us your LFC story, and what you never walk alone means to you. So I can get my words out there. So yeah, please obviously get in touch, and we can certainly get you up, and you can tell us all about it. So yeah, please do that, guys. It's very important that we get as much as we possibly can. And I suppose with the way things are going at the moment, with how we're playing and everything else and results, probably the last thing you want to talk about is Liverpool. But there are people out there that just need a little bit of tonic after sort of, the results that have been happening. And I'm hoping that this video does help you to do that. So please, guys, give us the support. All the help that you can give us would be great. So this is my review from the afternoon, from the night before. I predicted a loss. I thought it would be a heavy one, but it could have been a heavier one. It should have been 5, 6 or 7. Had it not been for Mamardashvili, again, playing an absolute blinder and having to save our backsides and save the other players from an absolute embarrassment, even though it's still an embarrassment. What shook me really was the fact that we were never in it. It felt like one of these training session games that you find on FIFA, where the other team doesn't actually attack your goal, they just defend theirs and you just try and go through them and score a goal. That's what it looked like, because we registered no shots on target. We had three shots off target, because we didn't create anything. The formation setup was atrocious. I don't know what on earth made Slot think that we can play a 3 at the back or even revert to a 5, because, well, that basically tells you the opposition that we're not good enough. And we weren't prepared to come out and try and win the game. Everything that the tactically, formation-wise, the personnel told me that this manager has no idea of how to get a result, even if we're in survival mode. It also feels to me that they are not playing for him as well, which means he's probably lost his dressing room. Because they didn't produce. They weren't there at it again. There was the press wasn't there, the desire, the heart. Just trying to do something in the game that you can say, well, yes, we got beat by a superior team, but at least we tried to get something out of it. As I said in my prediction, I thought it would be a morning, and it should have been. The 2-goal victory was flattering to us, really. And he stood there once again, completely motionless, knowing not what to do. And I said to you guys in my previous sort of videos that this jumping up and down against Galatasaray, whenever he'd done it, was a complete facade. It was just to kind of pay us lip service, to make us think that he actually gives a shit. And now look at him; he's gone back to type. This manager is not right for Liverpool on all levels. forget our situation in terms of a couple of injuries that we've had, and the new players coming in and having to gel. This guy cannot get the fans going for him. He can't get the players working for him, and everything that represents our club. He is the complete reverse of that, the total reverse. And I was livid last night, which is why I always tend to do my reviews not straight after the game, but the following day, just so I can collect my thoughts a bit. But it ain't going to stop me from telling you guys that he's a pile of shit and needs to get out of our club like today. I was hoping that perhaps that I'd wake up to a big statement from the club to say that he's gone. No. I expected last night. No. Nothing. So God knows what this club is trying to do to us at the moment. God knows what he's trying to do to the team. Even Van Dijk has no idea what to bloody well say when he comes in front of the camera. What's he supposed to do? What's he supposed to say? It's an awful set of affairs. And Salah looked like he was almost sitting there on the bench saying, "Told you so, this guy's a fraud." And some of us, when he had that rant, probably had a go at him, but he's right to have a rant. This is what's happening. He called it out. He got told to shut up. He put his request in to leave, and everything went smooth after that. In the sense of he's never said anything since. It's gone all quiet on the Salah committee now. Nobody's saying anything. He hasn't said anything at all. He's just getting on with it because he knows he can't wait to get away from this fucking idiot. And nor can I. I'm the same feeling that I have to sit there and endure this rubbish game after fucking game watching these idiots. And they're just not being coached. Because I don't believe that Szoboszlai, who was our best player by far this season, have fallen off a cliff. Others that are in there, like Kirkes has started to pick up, falling off a cliff again. All these guys just can't seem to have a consistent run. And it's chopping and changing. Formation changes. The players that are in their position changes around. There's no consistency at all. The only thing that is consistent is how shit we seem to play and how shit we are being coached. And that's, for me, it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. I want this guy gone. I remember the times of watching us play under Hodgson. Now, Hodgson at the time, I could have killed that guy, and I can kill Slot too in the same breath. But the quality of players that we had back then is nowhere near as good as what we've got now. There's a chasm between the two. The only decent player we probably had at that time was Torres and Gerrard. He was, dragging us through. And we saw that. We've seen Gerrard do that. And we saw Torres do it when he was there. Until he went to Chelsea, of course. But none of our players are trying to do that. None of them try to play for the badge at all. And I think they're fully checked out. I think they are indirectly saying to the owners, please get this guy gone, because they've had enough as well. And I think all of you have had enough too. And take nothing away from PSG. They were brilliant. In fact, we allowed them to play the way they wanted to play. We didn't do anything to challenge them whatsoever. So they were able to walk through our midfield. They're able to play from defence, pass it around as they feel like, proper straight ball if they wanted to, and all of a sudden we're on the back foot. Every time we got the ball, within 2-3 passes, they got it back again. And one horrifying stat that I'm really, really pissed off about is that PSG made like 750 odd passes, and we made like 250. Let's call it out 1,000. So that basically means that 250 passes that we made were probably back to our fucking goal, or passing it sideways to somebody for them to lose it, and the rest is all made up by PSG. There were a couple of refereeing decisions that went a bit sideways, but I'm not even interested in that. Normally, I'd have an absolute rant about the referees and the quality of them, but no, I'm not doing that now until until Slot's gone, because it can't put it down to them anymore. You know, it's the quality and standard has dropped, and it is not on. It's not acceptable. Not for us to sit there and watch that every week. So whoever's watching this, if you guys are going to the matches, don't bloody go, boycott it. Let's not give them the money anymore. Let's make a shout and a stand and make a dent in into the owners' pockets, so they have to make a decision. You know, if there's protests, great, let's do that. And for the ticket prices, I'm all in for that as well. But let's really let's show who we are. We've done it before, we'll do it again. Let's do that again. It's time for this fucker to go. And the ones that do go to the games, and you spend your hard-earned money, and I only go a handful of games mainly because it's so expensive for me to go, don't go. Let's make empty seats at Anfield in a week's time, back in return leg. Make it look half empty, because that's the Julian of Crown at the moment for the FSG at the moment, is having us playing Champions League. Don't go. Make it look like the Etihad on a normal week. Let's do that, and let's get this guy gone. Just this guy's got to go. We've got Fulham next, and I will probably do a review for that. For that game, and it's gonna be the same thing, I'm afraid, guys. It's gonna be that I don't hold any confidence of us going in and getting a result either. So you're gonna have to wait for that one, I guess. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I suspect nearly all of our fan base is really angry and upset round about now. Our ex-players probably can see, our legends are watching this and are probably as distraught as we are. And it comes down to one common denominator, and it's that Dutch idiot. I want him out of the club. I want him out now. If somebody said to me right now, pick his ass up and send him back, don't pay me any money, I would do it myself. I would do it, and I will video the whole bloody thing and put it on this channel so you guys can watch it. So I'm hoping in the next few days that we see something happening regarding him going. It may well be that we get knocked out of the Champions League next week, and deservedly so, and then that's probably when we're going to see something. So another week we probably have to endure this crap. Or it could be the Fulham game, depending, and if it's an embarrassment in that one, and I'd like to think they would act, but can't see it somehow. We're just too slow to act. We've got owners that are not ambitious enough to take this forward and do the right thing. Anyway, I'm rambling now. But listen, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me rant. As always, don't let this affect your normal lives. By the way, it is shit. It is horrible. But as the days go, you'll feel better. And listen, there's bigger things to worry about, i.e., family, friends, and make sure they're safe and they're happy. And do your thing. It's close to the weekend, so make plans and enjoy yourselves. Don't let this arsehole ruin your lives here. Let's just think to ourselves, he's one day closer of getting gone, and it may take a week, it may take longer, but that's the positivity that I'm going to give to you guys today. So as I said, thank you for tuning in. As I said, please like, comment, subscribe. The link is in the video description for you to join our channel. Please tell us your LFC story. Please tell us what You Never Walk Alone means to you. And any ideas or anything you want us to talk about, any suggestions. I know my guy for Cop-Outs of Anfield, Scott, is doing some really good analysis on injuries and stuff like that. So watch out for his content. And of course, Gareth, the big boss himself, is also putting a lot of stuff out there too. So we appreciate the support, guys. Until then, I will see you in the next one. And as always, you never walk alone.